Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and today I wanted to show you guys this Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunt 1987 Audi Quattro. Now this Super Treasure Hunt for 2025 came out of the A case, as you can see on the back part of this card. And the 87 Quattro is part of the factory fresh lineup. It's highly detailed, cutting edge designs. Just get in the driver's seat and prepare to turn heads. So let's get into a little bit of the details of how this Audi Quattro is a super treasure hunt. Now, there's a couple of things you can look for on this vehicle to tell. First is going to be the paint. Usually it's a metallic, really sparkly kind of paint. It's called like Spectra metallic paint or Spectra paint. And then the other thing you would want to look for is looking for a TH emblem or symbol on the vehicle. It's not always on the door. It might be in the back, it might be on the top. But on this vehicle, it's right above the Audi emblem or design right there. And then the other part is looking at the tires and wheels. They usually look different compared to the normal wheels that you would see on mainline Hot Wheels, and they are rubber wheels. And let's see if we can kind of pick it up. Usually some of them actually have tread on it, so you can kind of tell, but this one's a more of a smooth rubbery tire. But usually if you look at it closely, you can tell that they're kind of made out of rubber and stuff like that. And once you open it up out of the package, you can actually feel that it's rubber. Now, the other thing that you would want to look for is usually behind the vehicle itself. And let's see if I can kind of get it to move, because sometimes the vehicle is in the way and there's a little bit of a reflection, but there's usually a gold flame right behind the vehicle itself. And I'm not sure if you can kind of see a little bit of glimmer of it on the bottom part right here. But it's tricky. The camera's a little bit harder to pick it up, but if you look at it in person, you should be able to see it. And sometimes like you can peek over on the top if the vehicle is short enough. But those are the few things. And also, you know, in the graphic itself, they even put the TH. So I'll show the normal Audi Quattro because I also got that vehicle and compare it to this one so that you can kind of see the changes and differences, what makes it a super treasure hunt. So let's move on to the next part, showing the comparison between the two of them, and then we can kind of like look at the car itself and kind of, you know, look and see how it's made and everything. So here are the two Audi Quattros from the same case, the A case for 2025. One is the Super Treasure Hunt and one is the normal Audi Quattro. If you take a look at them, you can kind of see there's some differences. And I already showed you the little details of which one is the Super. But it almost, if you didn't like pay attention closely in the store, you might miss it because look at the wheels. The wheels are very, very similar, multi-spoke. But if you take a little bit of a detail or closer look at it, the wheel itself is a little bit better designed and it's sunken in, the spokes are, and they're more open because on the mainline one, it's just black paint. So that's kind of, and then the spokes are actually flat against the wheel itself and it's not like recessed like that. And then you can see the paint color. It's a teal color, but this almost looks kind of a green color, right? If you look at the lighting, this is a little bit more teal, this one's a little bit more green. And they like to like try to have the similar color, but more of a metallic look. But for some reason, this paint makes it look more green than teal. I'm not sure. I mean, it's very interesting. If you look at it in person, it looks really good, the paint itself. And then the TH is right here on the door, but this one doesn't have the TH. The wheels, it's really hard to tell on the camera, but like that's plastic and that's going to be rubber. But other than that, that's the only difference between the two, like the regular mainline. Let's take a closer look at the mainline one because I showed you the other one. But yeah, I mean, the paint is very good on this one too. There isn't much else that's different. It's just the wheels, the TH, and then there's no like flame on the back of it. But that's how the regular Audi Quattro looks like. Now, let's move on to the next part and kind of see the details of the vehicle itself. I'm going to focus on the Super because that's probably what you guys want to look at. All the other details like the paint on the front and back and the top is pretty much the same. So I'm going to focus more on the Super. So let's take a look at the Super itself. Let me see if I can kind of zoom in to kind of get a better like view of it. It looks good. It even has the side mirrors. Some of the Hot Wheels don't even have side mirrors. Clear windows, no tint to them. And then when you look at the front of the vehicle, and it says Quattro on the license plate, and has the 4 rings for the Audi. The headlights are actually painted and everything. That's cool. It even adds a little detail like shading of the lens and everything. And it has the turn signals painted, which I like. It's really cool. It's good that they added some detail to this vehicle because even the hood vents are kind of like plastic with some colors, not like all one color. But it's very clean. I like the clean Hot Wheels where they're just one paint color and not too much graphics and too craziness on there. But it looks more realistic vehicle. Now, when it comes to the back, I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't paint it. At least the taillights should have been like red and maybe have a license plate on the back. But that would have been cool if they had done that. You can kind of see the exhaust pipe right here on the left side. So it's like only on the left exhaust is not a dual exhaust for this vehicle. And let's see what else. The tires and wheels. See if, like I was talking about earlier, it has some depth to it. There's like a lip, like you would see in like real sports cars or aftermarket vehicle or aftermarket tires and wheels. And nothing too fancy in the bottom. It shows you the name 87 Audi Quattro, Hasbro, made in Malaysia, and it's just a black plastic. Nothing too fancy. Let's see. One thing I did notice, like the back of the wheel, you can kind of see there's some detail to it. Well, it's not like the normal plastic wheels that you would see, but the rest of the body is made out of metal, and then the bottom is made out of plastic. So what do you guys think of the Audi Quattro? Do you like the design of this vehicle? I've never seen one in real life, but I think it looks like really cool if I've seen it in person. But you can kind of see it rolling back and forth a little bit. But this is my first super treasure hunt I found for 2025. It's been really hard to find any good vehicles lately. I don't know if it's just like the economics or it's just a lot of people are collecting. What do you guys think? Is there like, do you think it's kind of slow in your parts or it's just a lot of people are collecting now? I'm not sure. But I was really happy to be able to find this vehicle. I did have a hunting video where I found it, and it's just awesome to just see something like this. I love finding the ones with the, the super treasure hunts have the rubber wheels. The regular treasure hunts, like my last week's review, it's just a plastic wheel. But still, those are the cool vehicles to find, and it's the rare ones. But have you guys found this super treasure hunt for 2025, or have you guys found any other super treasure hunts that you want to tell me about? I love being able to collect these very cool vehicles. In a couple years, you'll never find them again on the shelves. So grab them when you can because it's almost like a one-time only for a short period of time. And when you kind of dig it back out and look at it, it's just really cool. But yes, what do you guys think about this vehicle? Do let me know below in the comments of what your opinion is on this vehicle and would you collect it yourself. And remember, if you enjoyed this content, please share, hit the like button, and subscribe. I appreciate you watching and happy hunting. Be safe out there and good luck on finding some cool vehicles.